Welcome to the channel, guys. This is the Ferrum Forge Master Blaster. Now, this is a custom one, but that's not the only topic about today's video. Today's video is going to be 5 knives that are hard not to carry. These are all knives that the second I pick them up, they pretty much have to go in my pocket for a little bit. This one you haven't seen a video about yet because I'm still in the process of editing it. But all these knives have been on the channel before, but the fact is, the second I see them, they got to go in my pocket, even if it's only for a little bit. Like this one's always in my pocket. But so let's get all of them out of the way. And we're going to talk about the one in the middle first. Is the Ferrum Forge Master Blaster. This is a maker's choice. Well, technically not a maker's choice. This was an item that my friends had commissioned in a fashion that the maker knew I would like. So this was a collaboration between Les George and Elliot Williamson at Ferrum Forge Knife Works. It's a beautiful Wharncliffe, USA made, hand carved titanium with a copper inlay. This is a boutique item here, and this thing is a knife that is hard not to put in my pocket. As a matter of fact, it's going to be hard to put most of these knives back because I have all 5 of them out right now. So this is a great showing of a really well done Wharncliffe folder. It's drop shut smooth, almost just shy of it. Reverse flick, front flick, full titanium carved scales front and back, with a copper inlay done in 20 CV with a custom ceramic coating. As you can see, this knife gets used enough that I have really screwed up the ceramic coating on it. So this was a gift from my friend Tino and Nico. I loved this knife. I loved it when it came out. There was a limited number of these. I believe there was only 100 of the Master Blasters ever made. And they knew there was 1 blade left in Elliot's shop as a replacement in case something had happened. Just it was over, you know, they overestimated the amount of parts they needed just in case something happened. They talked him into hand carving this in a Geiger-esque xenomorph style, and it is one of my prized possessions. This knife gets so much carry time. It is so comfortable. It cuts so well that it's just almost impossible not to carry this knife. So there you go. Our first knife, the Ferrum Forge Master Blaster, hand-carved, commissioned piece that was a gift to me from a couple of really good friends. So I don't know if this should be one that I include in knives that are hard not to carry, because I mean, I can't honestly say that I don't carry it. Like, there is very rarely a day that goes by that this knife is not in my pocket. This is my Grimsmo Norseman. This was a grail knife for me. I love it still. It's in my pocket every day. If I don't have pocket room, it goes in my waistband. This is another incredible boutique knife. It's out of the range for a lot of people as just like a spur of the moment purchase. I saved literally for years to be able to purchase one of these. Mine is done in a reverse honeycomb. I did re-anodize it, but these are a great knife. I know that there's a lot of people that do not like this blade shape, but you've got a recurved Tonto with a big, I just recently resharpened this and went to a little bit more aggressive grit. This is a nice convex edge at the very front with a nice recurve in it. This thing cuts so well. I don't know what it is about this blade shape. It's not that it's so thin behind the edge or anything, but it just screams through material. It's not super thin behind the edge like a lot of other knives that I have, but it also, for some reason, that it just screams through material. Action on this is the gold standard for a folding knife if you want frictionless. Thumb stud opener. You can get double-sided thumb studs. I'm thinking about getting it so that I can spidey flick it. But the action on this thing is amazing. It's not too heavy in pocket, nice and thin, but they went with nice broad handles that still fill your hand really well. The jimping on it is great. This is a knife that if you can't buy one, I definitely recommend at least trying to get a chance to see one. If you know somebody that's got one, just ask them if you can I play with it for a little bit? That sounds nasty. That sounds dirty, Mike. But at any rate, there you go. The Grimsmo Norseman. Mine is, like I said, mine's done with a reverse honeycomb. Let's move on to the next one.
I hate to interrupt the video because I know we're having fun, but I do have to do the YouTuber thing and remind you that this channel is self-sponsored with all the affiliate links and stuff you see down below. Anything from knives, tools, EDC gear, and Blade HQ, anything, all the Amazon links, they all support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything at checkout. So I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Now let's go back to the knives.
This knife is the CMB Made Knives Knight. And you guys have not seen the first day in pockets yet because I filmed it, edited it, and didn't ever finish editing it, and it wound up on the hard drive incomplete, and I just kind of forgot, and I was like, oh, what did I do with that video? So you guys will be seeing the first day in pockets of this knife, but this wound up as one of those ones that this does spend a lot of time in my pocket. It really does. This thing is amazing. Titanium that's been done blue anodized with marble carbon fiber that is beautiful. You can see the depth of that. This was in a video, carbon fiber creations. The blade on this comes down ridiculously thin behind the edge, tapers down nice and clean. It almost feels like when you run your fingers down, it almost feels like a zero grind. It's done with a very attractive blade shape with this fuller that's cut out here. Basically a back swedge. It's kind of a reverse swedge. Instead of coming in at the front, it comes in at the back. Gives it a unique look. The action on it, as you can see, just shy of drop shut. Flipper tab on it is great. It does not have a reverse flick option. You can pinch it and roll it out with your thumb, but as far as cutting capability, this thing is nuts. Not only is it attractive, performs well. Pocket clip is really super comfortable. It's one of the better pocket clips I've seen in a long time. Pocket retention, everything about this knife just is amazing. You guys are going to get to see first day in pockets on this before too long. Like I said, I just need to finish the edit on that. I just kind of keep forgetting to do it. But yeah, really hard. Every time if I pass by this knife, there's a shelf of knives that are in a rotation for review and in and out of pocket. And it's hard when I see this not to just put it in my pocket. And if I pick it up, it's definitely going in my pocket. Super comfortable. Great, great knife. If you have not gotten a chance to see one, try and find one. I might see if I can find an affiliate link for this, but this is a beautiful knife that is so comfortable and just cuts like a laser. So there you go. The CMB Made Knight. CMB Made Knives. Jeez, let me just bring it in for you right there. CMB Made Knives. There you go. Kind of an unwieldy name, but great, great, great knife. So this knife just came back from Cole. You guys probably just saw the video. It got dedicated to itself. This is the third appearance it's getting in a video. This is the Miguron knives, VELONA. It got its own video. You can see it gets used a lot. Hang on a second. Let's get that cleaned up. Guys, I was doing a little cutting down of some recycling. It had some adhesive residue. So anyway, I just did a video about this. This is hands down, in my opinion, the best budget knife on the market. This thing is amazing. And right now, the reason that this is in my waistband is because this is sharing pocket time with this, because this is getting ready for a review. So I've got to finish editing the first day in pockets. This thing coming in at $45, the champ, in my opinion, as far as all around anything you would want out of a budget knife. It is a little bit big. So this is a 9-inch knife done in DC53 steel, G10, black PVD coating on both the liners and the blade. And you're just not going to be able to go wrong. Mine's in DC53. I think the only thing I could find for this was the 14C28N versions that are currently available. But you cannot go wrong with this knife. Jared sent this to me. It was with Cole over at Tri-State EDC for a while, and I didn't realize how much I missed it until it came back, and I was like, that's got to go in my pocket. This is a hard knife not to carry. This is a knife that winds up on the shelf. I think I've mentioned it before. I take things out of my pocket during the day and things go into rotation. This sits on the shelf to go back in my pocket at the end of the day, but I've missed it so much. It's been sharing pocket time with a couple other knives. So you can't go wrong with this. Gorgeous, gorgeous knife. Like I said, it just got a video of its own that I filmed yesterday, touting its merits as the best budget knife I've ever owned. So we're not going to go any further on it, but there you go. Just to reemphasize, it is hard not to carry this knife. So there you go, Miguron VELONA. And this one is kind of a new addition to this realm. It's not mine. This belongs to Jared. This should have went back to Jared by now, but the fact is, I like having it here. This is the American Blade Works Model 1 in 20 CV and titanium. This thing is just amazing in hand, and its cutting prowess. It's not only attractive, it's attractive, but it's attractive in a mousy, understated kind of way. I do know there's a lot of work that went into this pattern on this, but it's still not flashy and poppy, but it definitely gets your attention. And when it comes down to sheer comfort, I have to say, this is probably one of the most comfortable knives to cut with that has been on the channel in a long time. And then all the little bells and whistles. They put screws in so that your holes for the reversible pocket clip don't fill up with crap. They did the cutout for the lock bar spring tension on the inside so it doesn't catch on material. Their pocket clip is nice and deep-ish and comfortable, but does not too tight, and it's easy in and out of any kind of pants. The blade on it is perfectly ground to a good mid-range blade stock thickness. It's going to be robust, it's going to hold its edge, and it's still going to cut well. It sharpens up relatively easy, and they did a beautiful stone wash on top of, you can just barely see the CNC milling lines on it. So if you're in the market for a workhorse of a knife that still will get some attention, it's so comfortable in hand. Even with the sharp spot here, it's still comfortable. You're not really into it so much. I know I mentioned that sharp spot, but I mean, simply you could take a jeweler's stone and knock that little corner off and it wouldn't affect anything. And it is simply a dream to cut with, in and out of pocket. It's great. It's going to suck to send this back. There's no way I would ask Jared to let me keep this one. But what I'll do is I'll just hold it hostage here for a little bit longer. So there you go, guys. The American Blade Works Model 1.
Guys, there you go. There was 5 knives that it's hard not to carry. They are great, great knives, and every time I see them, I've got to pick them up, and if I pick them up, they go in my pocket for at least a few hours. And before we end this, I want to give a big shout out to Winston Cabretti and all the paying members, but Winston has done a lot to support the channel. He heard me talking about the counter tack boot knife from Cold Steel. I said I'd never gotten a chance to have one, and he had one sent to me as a gift. So big shout out. Those paying members do more than just pay for content to support the channel. A lot of those guys are really dedicated to helping the channel. So there you go, guys. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down. But please try to tell me why I can't change content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you do hit the bell icon, make sure you've got notifications turned on your device, or you will not get notified of the pretty much 3 items I do Monday through Friday. If you want to support the channel financially, however, like I mentioned in the interruption, I have a ton of affiliate links down below. Anything from EDC knives to tools to stones, anything you purchase with those affiliate links down below definitely goes to supporting the channel. Other ways you can do it, I have the memberships that I mentioned before. It's tier-based. Pick the tier, get you what you want, but everyone saves $5 off my sharpening service, and everyone has access to my Gilded server. There's some other benefits. I do monthly giveaways and stuff on the Gilded server, but the final way is my merchandise store on Ember Shirt Co. I have merchandise, not these. These are retro stuff that you'll never see again. But on that Ember Shirt Co., I have a coupon code that will work anywhere on Ember Shirt Co. And that coupon code is CrazySharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp. Saves you 10% at checkout. And if you purchase one of my shirts and send me a picture of you wearing it, I will put them in a video. Guys, I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. I apologize if you hear any background noise, but it is summer and my wife and kid are both off. So like I said, keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I'll see you in the next video.